Do you ever wonder how come when you have a container with, for example, Tums, a container like vinegar, and in the lab we have strong acids? Why do we use plastic for transportation of different goods or in pipes? This is a good question that some people may have. And the reason for that is that these compounds, plastic, is made with molecular compounds. So what's interesting with the molecular compounds? If you think non-metals in the periodic table, for example, you have long chains in plastics of carbon and hydrogen. So this one here is polyethylene. And what's interesting with this one is that here we have carbon that can share 4 electrons, and we have here these hydrogen atoms that can share 1 electron. So that means that all the electrons available for movement of electricity, so that matter is conductive. The idea that we can have a reaction with the surrounding makes it almost impossible. Well, it's not impossible, but it makes it the interaction rate is very, very low because the electrons here are shared and therefore they're not moving out of their molecules out into the environment. So here's an example of a bottle with water inside, but if we have water, an acid, cleaner juice, a pop, there's very little interaction. Now, interaction does exist because we know, for example, that if you have static electricity, so you rub two materials together, electrons can move in and out of a structure with plastic. Now, what's interesting though, is that when that happens, it is possible that some of these little bits can end up in liquid. So if you think of a water bottle, for example, and you buy one, you'll notice that there's an expiration date on the bottle. It's not that the water is not good after, let's say, a year. It's the fact that there's interaction between the plastic and the liquid inside, and you end up with microplastic particles in the water, and it increases with time. So plastic is very, very stable, but over a long period of time, depending on the solution, depending on the type of materials going through, depending if it's under the sun or not, depending on its environment, it can change. But overall, plastic is very stable due to the fact that they're made of molecular compounds. So hopefully that answers a question you may have had in the past. If you've enjoyed this video, please put a comments below to say thank you, do a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. And on this, I'm going to wish you a good day. In the meantime, I'm going to link you to another science video, and I'll see you there.